All right, you're asking for it, so here it is. Listen to this.
I want you fucking laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. We sweating, getting wet, all that.
All right, and on that note, welcome to the 135th episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. Yes, this is our Frank Thomas episode, because I definitely wasn't choosing the other 35. Because shout out to Hubs, he just dropped that Big Hurt project, and that joint is dope. And Frank Thomas was affectionately known as the Big Hurt, and that is the dopest welcome I've ever done. I am happy host of Tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with my co-host Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? This is the alternate number Kevin Durant episode.
Whoa!
If you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play under Drinking Partners. And you can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook under Partners Pod. Hey man, 135 episodes. We've been asking y'all, and we will continue to ask y'all, man, please hop on iTunes, rate and review. That's how we let others know what we're doing. That's how we continue to do well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well.
Say the word. Somebody's trying to throw shade that he don't know what to say. But listen, you love us when you see us in public. You tell us you love us. Now, at the click of a button, just tell the internet. And as always, in lieu of rates and reviews, we do take shots of Henny.
Yeah, we do.
Because we love Hennessy. Shout out to Car Guy DJ for
Car
starting
Guy DJ James, man. Like, shout out to him, man. He's working
government
hard
out there. Like, that's why I went with the IG name.
I feel like he's on the up and up.
You know what? That is very true. Shout out to him for starting the trend. Shout out to the Conways for that little bottle of Hennessy they gave us at Comtra. That was dope.
Yeah, shout out to Conways, man. They are killing it. Yo, they actually on that podcast with Mindful, and we had the cluck count. Yeah, they came through with a count, like they had the minutes. And they were checked off how many clucks in the count. And Buzzy had actually, like, originally threw out the wrong, like, he was like, yeah, it's only like 11. And, like, you know, he was like, yeah, you got to check the numbers again. And they checked the motherfucking numbers. They showed, I was like, and then Buzzy was like, oh, you know what, you damn right. He was like, I had to go back through the cast and listen and was like, yeah, they right. Like, yeah, no, they got it. Like, so, shout out to the Conways, man. Huge supporter. Shout out to Shoe Brew for introducing us to them. And welcome to the 135 episode.
Yeah, and if you leave a review, we can read a review. Yeah. So leave it, read it. Like I'm reading from Sam Local News Leonard.
Shout out to Sam.
Local
News. You know what I mean? I'm with you because is he coming through to the team, the Epic Ass family. You know,
he left a review. Title is 5 stars, and the review is Yamin Davis. That is the entire review. And I love that. Even though when Dave was, he threw the shade, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, really?
Nah, man, it's all of this. There was a lot, man. That last episode was very Cleveland heavy.
Yeah. Well, we got somebody fall through the studio with a Browns jersey on. I'm gonna have to point it out. I have to make it a thing because how often do you see a Browns jersey just in America?
No, true, man. I know you, and I mean you definitely. Shout out to Mike Pound. I mean, representing the city, representing both. You know what I mean, and that's what we do here on the cast. I mean, we are a little bit of Cleveland, a little bit of Pittsburgh. You know what I mean, like we represent both. So, it is what it is.
I'm just gonna bookmark that. Thing you just said. I'm gonna bookmark that and listen to it just so anytime you try to throw me shade, I'm be like, bro, remember you said we was sparkling?
You get it once a year. You get it once a year. after doing what we were doing before this podcast. Shout out to
I gotta pause that. First of all. But if you're listening to this cast and you think we sound really good, that is because of Epicast Network.
Yeah.
That's Buzzy and the crew just out here making it sound like
slaving. He lives here, man.
Yeah.
Buzzy lives here, and that's all he does is just he's either out shooting pictures or he's here fucking cutting up like a madman.
That computer looked insane.
You,
I'm like,
you gonna implicate Buzzy in the illegal cartel? He cutting up like a mad. Like, come on, man.
Yo, this motherfucker has a carrying case for a whole ass monitor. Like he just walks around and just pops out a whole ass like not a laptop. Some motherfucker has a monitor. And he's like, I was like, oh, you got a portable monitor? He's like, it ain't really portable. But you got a case for it with handles. So shout out to Epicast, man. They're mad professional out this motherfucker.
That just shows you're professional.
Who else got to-go screens? Like
to-go screens. So listen, if you're looking to get your podcast to sound better, if you're looking to start a podcast, if you're looking to just promote a podcast or event on an award-winning podcast, come to Epicast, man. That's what you got to do. You got to go to epicastnetwork.com/services, fill out the form, and tell them Drinking Partners sent you.
Yeah, I mean, tell them Drinking Partners sent you.
You too can be a part of this.
Yeah, Epicast is the family, man.
I
They're doing big
insist.
shit. 6 nominations this year.
That's
for
big, man.
Best of podcast, man. That says something about like.
Try it.
We involved in a couple.
Man, we might be mentioned for some things, you know what I mean? But Epicast, man, shout out to them and the fam.
And what we got coming up?
We got Hilltopolis coming up, man. Hilltopolis. It's September 26th. It's a free festival. 22nd. There it is. Yeah, it's September 22nd. This is the second podcast. Ain't no, you know what I mean?
It's clear now.
Yeah.
It's very clear that this is the second podcast. But no, man, that's gonna be a dope event because they got the cool kids coming through.
Yeah, and I fucks with the cool kids. I like, it's summer music. You put the windows down, you throw the bass up, and like you feel like a cool kid. Yeah, I mean, like it's bike music. You pop willies on that shit.
Right.
Like so I'm excited to see them. You know what I mean? I'm a fan. We got PK Delay.
PK.
Yeah, I mean a vet from the for the podcast. Pet Zebra. We got Creatives Drinks. Creatives Drink. Those
are good events, man.
They are the party kings of Pittsburgh, hands down. I mean, shout out to Chance. He's nominated for best social account.
Yeah.
So holla at him. And then we got Give Camp coming through. So that's September 26th. Hilltopolis. Check out details for that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be good. But we got to get into the cash, man, because this is 2 of 2.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
We're not long for this earth.
Especially with the potency of samples that come along with who we have as guests.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they're not light in this game.
This one right here is the big boy.
This is the big boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hellish in this joint. We got Brandon and Pat from Helltown Brewing. Say what up to the people.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Oh yeah, see that's that. We about to drink some real shit. That's the hello. That's the what up to the people. That's like, yeah, I got something for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got something for you.
Come here, man. Rub that on your tongue. Rub that on your teeth real
Pause
quick.
that as well. We're gonna
That's-
pause that. But
That's
yes.
pure. That's uncut.
And you said you guys are out in Mount Pleasant.
Yep, Mount Pleasant, PA.
And how long you been out there?
It's been in business for 6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah.
And you've been with the company for 2?
Almost 2, yeah.
2 years?
Yeah, roughly.
And you the utility man, huh, Brandon? Like they said, you can do it all.
Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You're the scariest person in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like that.
Anybody introduce themselves as I do whatever it takes. Don't worry about that.
I gotta represent my gangster, right? You better respect that shit.
Oh shit.
Now, Buzzy told me he said I had to talk about this now. How many Pats are at like what number Pat are you?
I'm Pat 1. and then there's a Pat
Oh,
too.
you the original.
Yeah.
No, he is not the original.
Right.
No, see, the original.
He does it all.
The original
he keeps
guy,
everything in line.
the original Pat, we forgot about, and we already dictated numbers. And he was Pat 1, and the newer Pat was Pat 2, so he obviously had to be Pat 0. So, because we can't change numbers once we have them.
Pat 0. I don't even. Is that a compliment? I don't even know what that is. You Pat Light.
That is a number 5 with a Pat 0.
But yeah, it's like, but then there's Pat too, and he's the other assistant brewer, so it's 2 Pats brewing, and then Brandon helps out.
Yeah, and we might have another Pat doing marketing for us as well.
So you know what? I feel like there's some nepotism or some kind of like. Now I feel like y'all just trying to keep a trend going. Y'all gotta get some Dans in that motherfucker.
We had a Dan.
We had a Dan.
He's one of the. He used to do the brewing and stuff, and he still helps out when we need it.
There's always a Dan.
He really did have a Dan. Dan
always
Morris.
a Dan, and Dan is always just very helpful.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I'll give him that.
He's always been in the middle. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't first called. He wasn't last called. You know, nobody really remembers his name. He's dead. He's
when
just
something
happy.
breaks and we don't know how to fix it, we call Dan. And he
Shows you
what to do.
That motherfucker turns a wrench. Yeah, he turns a mean
No,
wrench.
he just shows you what to do.
Teach a man to
Yeah,
fish.
he's just like, you do this,
That way you ain't got to call him next time.
Yeah.
You don't want to be bothered.
learn it all.
Oh, I'm all about teaching men to fish. Like, yeah, I mean, you will ask me a question and I will show you how to do that, motherfucker. You're not gonna keep asking me to do this shit, my man. Like,
I ain't gonna keep coming back.
yeah, but it's just like when somebody comes to the crib, like, I mean, I'm gonna introduce you the first time. After that, you know what their shit is. Go grab a glass. I mean, like, get comfortable.
Exactly.
Got to get your Dan in your life. so Helltown, like, where did the name come from? Because like when I hear Helltown, I think like, yo, this shit about to be strong.
Yeah, like y'all, like I met y'all at the Brewers Olympics or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, and, like you had like Voodoo, you know, they muscly out there, and like I mean, they do muscle
husky
crew.
out there?
Yeah, they the muscly crew. They came through with the tanks and like, you know what I mean, and then you had like the biker, like the tatted up, like bearded, like I was like, who the fuck?
The Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, the Sons of Anarchy game. Like, and I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Well,
Like,
the one time we went to Voodoo, they out in that park that's right across from it, they had like weights and all these people in like tank tops. Like I didn't know
like
what
a
the
Venice
fuck was
Beach.
going on. I'm
Yeah,
like,
They had Venice
why
Beach
are all
across-
these like muscle men out here lifting weights, jumping rope, and like I had no idea what was going on. Like I'm like,
That's how Voodoo get down.
I come
man.
to drink beer. Now you gonna let me do that, or you afraid of getting your asses stomped?
So where you just stumped right to hell. So where did the name Helltown come from?
Our zip code's 15666. Ooh, Mark of the Beast.
I didn't even know that existed.
That is, yeah.
Damn.
There's a lot. Actually, I looked into the 666 zip codes just because I'm like, is Mount Pleasant the only one?
That's a Google?
There's one in Iowa, I think. I found. I think there's a bunch of them across the country.
I would imagine because it comes
They
up
have
as a
to,
number.
yeah.
But I would think because of the religious nature of America,
I
they would try
know.
to skip it like those buildings. You know how like with the 13th floor or whatever.
skip the
Like
13th.
yeah. So I was
Well,
like
the
maybe they
R&R
would-
is a pretty historic place. So that's in Mount Pleasant. It's
What's
supposed
the-
to be haunted or something.
yeah, and it goes to
Yeah.
like Washington is out that bitch. Who the fuck is Braddock out there? Who the fuck is it? Pleasant? Is it General Pleasant?
Well, no, they said from like years back, whenever all the coke ovens after coming off the mountain, Mount Pleasant would glow red because all the coke ovens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it looked like you
And they
were
already
like
had the
driving
zip
into
code.
hell. Like it's like,
Oh yeah.
I just died and I'm going to hell.
Yeah, sulfur.
Definitely
and just,
one of
yeah,
the weirdest
yeah.
towns in Pennsylvania I've probably ever been to.
We got the worst fucking road that goes right down Main Street. Oh my god, it's like a 10-year project. Like this fucking road ain't ever getting fixed. Like it'll swallow your car. It almost swallows my damn truck.
Yeah.
That's Pittsburgh in general. The construction's never done.
It never
well,
ends.
It's
No.
You
never
go through
ending.
Main Street, Mount Pleasant, you will be like, this is on par, if not worse than Pittsburgh.
Well, they like start over here, then they go over there, then by the time they're done there, they got to come back to the beginning. They're like,
Yeah.
It's like they zigzag so you can't like get around it. You got to hit the damn pothole. Like it's fucked up. I think they're in with the tire business or something where they're like, so
What if
they
it's
could,
a larger conspiracy? Like
Exactly.
What if Goodyear got contracts?
Yeah, exactly.
With the city boroughs. You know what I mean? Like,
Give them shitty streets and
listen.
chew up our tires.
Don't even worry about that. Like, go on, have a nice
Thinking a little too
vacation,
hard.
bro. Don't worry about that. You gonna get some calls. You gonna hear some things. But let me assure you, everything's okay.
So like, how did you two individually like get into craft? What was your introduction to craft? Were you homebrew?
I love beer. So I drink a lot of beer.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, and me and him been friends since high school. And I don't know, he started brewing up there, and I was like, dude, I want to learn how to brew.
You start brewing. Well, I don't know. I don't want to implicate.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to. In high school?
No, I didn't. We just were friends in high school. Yeah. I started brewing not even 2 years ago and didn't know nothing really about it. And Sean, my boss and owner, taught me like everything that I know. And then
So did Danny Boy.
yeah, and Dan too, yeah.
And Pat too gives you some knowledge
And
too.
Pat
so
too,
he's
Pat
very,
too,
he's
the
super,
new,
Pat
like
too's super knowledgeable.
he's homebrewed since he was 15.
Yeah.
And
Before he can even drink the shit.
I've learned just as much of him probably as anybody too. So, and then us together, like we work usually 7 days. I've been working 7 days a week, like brewery, print shop.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I mean, and that's like, we had we were out at Trogs, and like they're all about like, building up, like a family and a team. I mean, and promoting from within. So like, and you look at Mindful. Like with Nick and Mark is out there or whatever, like that whole apprenticeship, like, bringing somebody under and like, and learning the craft, as opposed to going, to like, the beer schools or this or the other. Like, even if you do get the knowledge, you still have to like learn from somebody.
I'm more
hands-on.
hands-on. That's how it works.
Lineage, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's lost in a lot of different like sections of America. Like, in business and the whole nine, like that whole like, intern, like not so much an internship, but like the the apprenticeship. Yeah, I mean, like, to getting into that. Most of it's just like trade school type, you go in, whatever.
Yeah, I went to school for CNC machining years ago and like did not like the job, and then worked industrial jobs for 15 years. And then Sean one day asked me if I wanted to help out clean kegs. Then it turned into brewing like a couple weeks later. And then I learned how to brew by myself in like 2 months or something, 3 months maybe.
It was pretty quick.
And it was pretty awesome. Like not many people just get asked randomly like to
The chosen one.
well yeah
Dude,
well no
it's the
I'm
greatest
just saying,
job. It's the greatest fucking
it is
job,
an awesome
hands
job
down.
making awesome beer for
Brew
people.
beer, drink
and
beer.
That is
Kind of almost have to drink because of work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't
Listen,
not know what I'm
that's
making.
so
you
funny.
can't be a chef and not eat your food.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
like,
Exactly.
Sean will be at like 9 a.m. He'll be like, we need to test that beer and smell it and sample it. And I'm like, damn, it's 9 a.m, dude. I don't want no beer yet.
First world problems? I don't know that life. Like, I hit the alarm. Dude's in a frenzy. Like, yo, we gotta drink this beer today. What have you been doing? Like, you been not drinking? You gotta drink this.
You gotta hit the
'cause
snooze on the beer. Like, give me 5 minutes, bro. Like,
He'll just want me to check though, but you gotta taste it, and he'll want me to check, and then like I'll send him a picture for clarity, and
That's just morning glories, bro.
yeah, I know, man, I'm not ready for those. I like to wait till the afternoon.
so like you were mentioning, you mentioned earlier, whatever, clarity. Like that's important to Helltown.
Well, yeah, different like beers we like to have clear, and then other beers like this, the Creek. This is aged in sherry casks,
Oh, it's fucking
and
delicious.
it's a little cloudy because it's a sour, and it's what 7 or 6 years old. Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
You drinking aged? I gotta.
Dude,
now the
yeah.
pinky really gotta go out.
And it was
funk.
Hey, you
drinking
definitely
that
got to
funk.
put your pinky up
conditioned
on
on
that. That's-
sour
Do
cherries.
you have any grape poupon?
Well, this is Sean. This is like one of Sean's favorite
Yeah,
styles.
this
of
is
beer.
Sean's baby.
Yeah, like
So
our
how
boss.
was this born?
Sean's recipe created it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even work there when this was brewed. You know,
Yeah.
it was just there. Like after I started and just aging.
Yeah.
Then it was bottled, and now there's not many left in rotation. There's like maybe a 12-pack or something. There are a couple 12-packs of those at the brewery.
Yeah.
But they're like secret stash.
Sean's
like, take these are ours. We're keeping them.
Some part of something.
Yeah, and that's why, and that's what for times like this. That's when you bust a good one out.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is a time like this.
we want to bring you the good shit. So
Yeah, you gotta try it.
We appreciate this. I mean, like I like the tartness of it, but it's not like heavy.
It's not too acidic.
Exactly. Like it's like, cause you know, and there's a time and place for nice, like it punches you in there and it gets you. I mean, and it sits for a while or whatever. But this, it's kind of like a mid like tartness or whatever, and like it mellows out pretty easily, quickly.
Yeah.
And,
Easy to
it's
drink,
very
too.
easy to drink. Yeah. You know. And, you can tell. You definitely can taste that sherry. In it.
Yeah.
You know it's a good beer when Dave gives you one of his voices, then one of those grunts. Because you don't finish the thought. Somehow everybody knows what he said.
Means it's good. High approval.
Yeah, but we also brought a new beer. The name, it's not
So
it's
why,
waiting to be approved. Just,
So why Creek?
The name.
Yeah.
it's a style.
That's what that. Yeah.
It's a style of sour. There's so many different styles of sours, like farmhouse, saison. Like it just it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard there were like over 500 styles.
Like it's the beer game's insane.
Just sours in general, like that's a whole fucking thing.
And I'm still like I learned new stuff about beer still like on a constant basis just because of the game. It changes so much. There's so much new stuff going on.
So were you drinking before you got into brewing, or?
Oh yeah, but I really wasn't into craft beer at all. I was just if you go out, drink some beers or do some shots or something. But this now it's like you want to try. Now I just like trying other breweries and seeing what beers they have that they can bring to the table that are like game changer beers.
All I gotta say is Untapped fucked up my life.
Untapped.
Yes, that app fucked up my life. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And like you get rewarded for drinking. You get badges. I wish you could get like a Boy Scout
let's
thing
be very
across
clear.
your chest with these beer
let's
badges on it.
There's already a reward for drinking.
Yeah, and it's a twofer. It's a twofer. It's a twofer.
Drinking is a reward for drinking.
Yeah,
But then you add on like
get
a
a badge.
game.
Yeah.
You become competitive.
Like drinking your paycheck away badge. Like, that's fucking awesome.
They give you one of those.
Yeah, I got that badge, but I didn't. But honestly, I did not
there's
drink
a
my whole
drink
paycheck.
away your paycheck badge?
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
There's another one that's like top of the morning, and it's like if you have like 5 beers before like 10 or 9, it's like you get a
of the
badge
morning?
for that.
That sounds like a.
I told you it fucked up my life because
you're playing Grand Theft Auto. That's an achievement.
Top of the morning.
You playing Grand Theft Auto in real life, my nigga. If you got a 5 beer before noon habit, I'm sure you're doing GTA type shit, or you're a brewer. Those are your options.
yeah, pretty much.
I feel like if you put anything on a badge, I'm gonna find the positive in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Me too.
If it's negative, it's like a scarlet letter or something. But if it's on a badge, like I'll be all right with that. Like,
Yeah, like the way I look at it is, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a decorative drinker. I get badges. What do you get?
You got a sash?
I want one with the beer badges.
He even talked about that the other day, like a cowboy or a Cub Scouts one.
Yeah, like I didn't know it was
the
called a
actual
sash, though. I forgot.
He's like, "What do you wear? What's that thing?" And I'm like, "It's that banner looking thing people wear."
Yes.
So coming into it from like, you know, you're just drinking regular brews, and then now like you're thrown into this the world of craft beer. Like, what are the things that you've learned like in this process? Like, because it's interesting. I mean, like we don't get many brewers that are like newer in it and like have that like newer experience. So like, what have you learned in this 2 years that like and what do you appreciate in the craft that that you didn't appreciate say 3 years ago?
Oh well, like after like thinking beer is just like not hard work to make. Like I didn't even know about any of it. You know, it's like hard work. It takes there's long hours. Lot to learn, everything has to be the same recipes,
consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, because if you can't pump that out, then and the bad batch,
and like there's been we've had different problems or something breaks, and sometimes the beer
have to dump
things
a
happen.
batch.
Yeah, it happens
It happens. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
It's happened.
I was gonna say dumping a batch seems like that's a tough thing.
It's like throwing out bacon, man. Like
Yeah.
I hate I've only thrown out bacon maybe once or twice in my life because I mean it's hard to fuck up. I mean, even if it's a little crispy, I'm still fuck with it.
Well, we had our glycol system broke, and it kind of.
So what is the glycol? What is the glycol?
The glycol system it's a chiller outside that has glycol in it, and it releases into our fermenters that cools them down to the temperature we want. So like we keep them up at like in like 65 to 70 range while it's fermenting. Then we will crash them down before we keg them like to a lower temperature in the mid 30s or so.
And so that broke.
Well, yeah, like we just recently, yeah, and the one beer got too warm, and it just got. There's nothing we can do. We fixed it like ourselves, and had a friend of mine that did HVAC, Slick Rick,
Shout out
Eagle
Slick
Rick,
Eagle
he's
Cock.
on there.
Eagle Cock, yeah.
Slick Rick with the HVAC truck.
There's a sticker on our door of an eagle head, and it says "cock" right under it. Like, and that was Slick Rick. He just like
That's his Instagram.
Shout out to Slick Rick with the HVAC.
This drinking experience, courtesy of Slick Rick.
I'll tell him this, and he'll be he'll be blown away. I'm like, yeah, we sent a shout out to you.
Slick Rick somewhere getting some money right now.
But he honestly like he knew what we needed to do, and I helped him fix it.
Yeah.
My boss paid him mainly in just beer and like merch.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
and paid for the parts we needed. But when stuff like that happens, there's nothing you can really do.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing that all breweries.
Something breaks, and then something you just
got to get it done.
Yeah,
I mean, you keep it moving or whatever. But like, it is always tough to have to throw out a batch. Because I mean, you're not going to serve a bad product to the people.
No,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
like, so it's just like
it happens.
It has to go.
Well, there was one brewery that came that. They had a problem. They had to dump a few batches, and like
wasn't that Yellow Bridge?
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, that we just kind of like told them how we do like the cleaning process and stuff, and they just I don't know if what they figured out if they weren't cleaning long enough because you use like an acid and peroxide based like cleaner, and then you run cleaner through everything, then you rinse it, then you sanitize it before you can put beer back into it.
Yeah, like I know with the brewing process, obviously cleanliness is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Does that affect you at home? Like, do you just become like a germaphobe at home?
No, not as much, but like there, it's just like you like everything's got to be sanitized. Like I keep my place clean as it is anyway, so not too bad.
Do you still use rubber gloves or do you just wash your dishes?
Oh, I just wash my dishes.
Motherfucker, you ain't got no damn dishes. You use styrofoam. Come on.
Yeah, right. I bet I don't got a styrofoam plate in my house.
Listen,
let's be real.
It's a great invention.
I know.
I just throw
but
all
you're
this shit
polluting the damn planet, though. Come on.
Dude, I bet if I take you to my house, I don't have one styrofoam plate. All glass. Telling you, I know what's in there.
At least get the paper, man.
I don't have any of them.
You gotta get the paper plates.
I don't have
At
any
least
of them.
those are biodegradable.
Where did you get that from?
Yo, how fucking corny was like if you look back on it, like damn, it's a superhero and he's affected by things that affect the earth. Like you throw dirt on him to beat him. Like, they would throw dirt on Captain Planet's chest and he'd be weak as hell. Like, no punch. He can't get shot with a cannon. No, just sprinkle some dirt on him.
He's a metrosexual. Or a nigga in the club with white Nikes.
Oh, that's what Captain Planet is.
Captain Planet.
When you step on his new forces.
You stepping on his new forces. It just, it fucks up his whole night. It's done. He's got to go home now.
Go home and pout.
So you mentioned you brought a beer that you're within the naming process. With you all internally, like who comes up with the names?
If this one goes down, it'll be my name that I came up with. So We're just waiting for approval and stuff, and I'm pretty stoked because we actually did a hazy IPA. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. Hopefully, me beating your ear has helped. So, beer's super good. People are gonna love it. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. We'll see. So why did you guys choose that?
I wanted some of that juice, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hazy IPAs, man. I got tired of seeing clear beer.
Yeah.
I want to see something hazy.
What are some of the faves that you've had out there?
Sanctuary, that's one of my favorites. Idle Hands, that's my go-to. Even though, you might get blackout drunk on it, but like a growler can shut your ass down like real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the difference in the process from making a clear beer and making a hazy?
There's different techniques you can do to clear beer. I mean, there's little secrets. I don't know if everybody goes
natural ingredients. And it's like, this is the thing we do.
Well, and like some beers are dirtier than others because they get dry hopped multiple times. Yeah. Like our Mischievous Brown, it's like
dry hop.
Yeah, it don't get dry hopped because it just gets hops in it, and it's not as dirty. And then other beers that we dry hop with like multiple, like lots of hops, like 30, 40 pounds,
at a clip.
Yeah, and they get, and it's like there's so much, you lose a lot of you lose volume on that too of what you're like and what you're gonna get in the end.
Yeah.
And like the beer I kegged today, like we had so much hops in it, we lost a lot of volume on a double batch, but that's what we brought. So I just kegged it this morning. So
shit,
I know, right?
We got that new.
We can get into
That's as new as it gets.
We can get into that new if you'd like to.
Yeah, whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, shit, y'all.
I would
it's
say
in a growler though,
so last.
In a Helltown growler.
Here
you want it.
So you also you're in the t-shirt game, and I'm a huge t-shirt fan. And it's crazy because I live in a region where it's not very t-shirtable. There's not many t-shirty days. You know what I mean, in Pittsburgh, but
there's a whole season of them, sort of.
Yeah, but I've got
still have it on underneath.
I've gotten into the what do you call it? The under dips. Like the Under Armours or the thermals or whatever. You throw the thermal underneath and you can keep it in the winter. Yeah, I mean, you print t-shirts.
Take it down.
Oh. Sorry. Go on.
Drinking got involved.
Yes.
He's gonna edit that. Like it never happened.
Shit going on right now. Right?
So tell us about your t-shirt game, because I mean, I'm a fan already, just of the quality and the graphics that are involved.
Yeah. Well, first that's my friend Vaughn Stout. That's who would.
Vaughn Stout.
Yeah, he used to be a pro
true.
BMXer.
He drew 100 on the fucking name lottery.
Yeah, dude. And he his favorite beer is a stout beer. But I quit my industrial job before I started working at Helltown, and I started just helping out at the print shop, and I learned I did it in high school and took a bunch of graphics classes and art classes and stuff, so I kind of was familiar with it. And he taught me everything from taking the design of your shirt, I took this, I made this, printed it from taking your design from the computer, making the screen, printing the shirt, cleaning the screens, the whole process. And I'm just trying to start a small little clothing company on the side. Pittsburgh Slabbers is what the name is.
Slabbers, yeah.
Yeah. And it's
what's the Slabbers about?
It's metal
slabs
artwork.
of wax.
More metal artwork and custom graffiti. And the name.
Did I say that out loud?
And the name is just
it's cool. Buzzy can take care of that.
Can we edit that?
As much as no,
I don't think.
as much as Facebook Live allows you to do so.
Pause.
Yeah, we do
no, but I do graffiti also, and I do some other artwork, and I'm trying to incorporate that into a clothing company.
Yeah.
And I'm I'll do 20 or 30 shirts and sell some to my friends, give some to other people, and just slowly working at it, and between working at the print shop and helping my friend Vaughn, and then brewing beer full time, that's like my third like
hustle,
extra
man.
thing.
You hustling out.
And then my fourth is
all
like
time.
graffiti.
Life is a hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
I mean,
moving,
listen,
though.
you need
Yeah.
beer,
Like-
you need teas, you need like
You need a
like,
T-shirt to wear when you going to get a beer.
Yeah.
Holla at my man.
And like
yeah.
I like graffiti, like I've been doing a lot of graffiti recently, so
it's
He
like,
just graffitied Iron City Eats food truck.
yeah.
He just painted that up. Looks
Yeah?
real good. Oh yeah.
Honeycombed it out, did Iron City Eats on the back and graffiti. Then I got one more side that I'm gonna finish. But he parked it there, and like he'll park it at Helltown. I was able to just paint it right there.
I've always been impressed with graffiti artists. 'Cause
Yeah.
It seems like there's no room for error there.
No, it's
None.
I hate all my work. You know, like I don't. Like Brandon's like that looks good, and I'm like, dude, I'm painting over it black. I'm like, I'm done with it. Black it right back out.
Oh, dude, we had these real sick ass Helltown tells up on the wall. Dude, he fucking painted over them like, dude, it was dope.
yeah.
Well, I said
What is you doing?
I got a new idea. It's
Yeah, but
it's
the
an
wall's
ever changing
black now.
wall.
It's not. It's black.
Yeah, it's gonna really make you anticipate it. Then. You're gonna be like,
Oh, okay.
Coming soon.
yeah, it's gonna be
Coming
big,
soon.
man.
Events near
To a
Helltown.
Helltown
Telling you.
near you.
It's gonna be real big.
The next motherfucking thing.
Big logo, and I'm gonna do like a graffiti piece into it, then the Helltown logo, and then Helltown Brewing out the side and graffiti. So we have this big fence there.
All right, do you got the paint for that?
I have the paint. I have some of the paint for it. I need more
Do we
red.
have to make, do we have to make a $250 trip to the art store for paint?
Could be
This
possible.
This is why he does it all. Because he's the practical. You got the motherfuckers like, listen, I'm gonna do this. And he's like, listen, man, $3.99 for paintbrushes.
No, all aerosol
Oh yeah,
spray can.
So like,
$10
but I
damn
like,
cans. Get out of here.
Like Ed said, like you mean like because I watch like I like just watching the videos how they like freehand
Oh,
that shit.
I know.
And like you
That's
said, there is no like you gotta have everything has to be calculated and purposeful, and it like it really
It's
isn't
tough.
like I'm gonna do this.
the
It's
perfect
like,
stroke.
yeah, and like with those curves, and the thing about curves is that like there's no such thing as a perfect circle.
No, you
Yeah, I
can't.
mean you can't get there's no such thing.
But people,
but that is
they get damn close.
they get damn close, and like that's one of the hardest fucking things to do. Like even in like I mean you're talking about computers and machine like in graphics or whatever, and to do that like with a free hand. And I've seen like those motherfuckers that take the spray can and do that motherfucking like around with the elbow type shit and
Oh,
just have
yeah.
a perfect circle. I'm a fucking mate. I'll watch that video
bubble letters.
just 18
Yeah.
times. The motherfucker that can just go do with a can and just do the little 360 and have a perfect circle and just walk away. I'll watch that
That's
shit 16
sick.
times. Like,
I never.
They actually got graffiti crews. Like they'll hop out and like tag a whole damn police car. Just
like a flash, like a
yeah, they all
flash
jump
graffiti.
out. They all have like two cans, and then they just
They got cut off
That was
jackets.
That
They
was
all-
in Germany.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I follow some of the things I follow on Instagram, like art, like in Germany's like there's a huge graffiti scene there, and I just follow different things. But dude, this crew, I think it was One Up crew, I'm not sure, but they painted this police car. They just chromed the whole thing out, windows, tires, everything. And it was just like chrome spray paint right in front of the police station.
Like how do you?
Right in front.
Right
Right
in
in front.
But here's the thing, though. If you was walking down the street and seeing somebody like spray paint the police car,
Nope.
would you say?
I
You would
wouldn't say a
that?
motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
probably
wouldn't say.
deserve
Like, look at that motherfucker spray painting that police car, and
I
keep
might give a euro if I see him coming through. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and
like,
if you
you got 5.
If you had 6 people, double cans in each hand,
Yeah.
you can blow it
Oh,
out.
yeah, you could-
That's how
yeah.
you get quick fill-ins, double can,
Wow.
fat
So
tips.
they just jump on it like little insects and then disperse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Probably one dude had the hood, one dude had the side, one dude had this back
It was
side
all
panel.
planned out.
Oh yeah.
That is crazy. The amount of planning that goes in. You gotta scope it out. You each gotta have your fucking thing. I mean, mapped out, and then
Or like-
you gotta be in and out under high pressure.
It's like the crew
yeah.
team in
Probably
the
in the
NASCAR
dark.
races.
Yeah.
Like,
It
that
is.
motherfuckers is
You
amazing.
gotta be I don't even know how that's possible.
amazing. Yeah,
That's
have
how
you
it should be getting your car fixed.
You ever see-
Yeah.
If you see that bolt come off in slow motion, I'd be like, yeah,
What?
damn. I'd be hitting the tire by mistake. I'd lose a lot of races to my dad. Like,
Yeah, NASCAR.
How you that efficient in that small amount of time?
Yeah.
Like, that's like graffiti.
It was
How the
graffiti,
fuck you
yeah.
that efficient?
Yeah, practice. I just keep throwing down tags. I've been doing it for a while. Got in trouble once doing it, so then I just laid off of it, and now I have the wall. I kind of do some artwork on a lot. So
Nice.
I still been just trying to just do it there,
And then
just-
Christian
I mean, now you gotta.
do his food truck.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
the food
and like-
truck and like that. Christian,
But I mean,
the
you
dude-
turned it into a legit hustle. Now you
Yeah.
got your graphics company or whatever. You got
And-
T-shirts, and
and
that's
like-
how you know what I mean. That's how you get what you do. Like I mean, I was throwing parties. I'm sure not all of the parties that I were throwing may have been
Yeah.
on the up and up, but now I'm throwing legal parties at Compton
Yeah.
Theater.
August 26th, we got Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones last Saturday of every month. Come down.
And not the son of the music producer. Like, cause somebody asked me that. I'm like, no. This is a comedian. We're not just gonna have just Quincy Jones' son come in and just do jokes randomly. Like,
Let me tell you stories about my dad. That's not what we do. So tell us about what you just poured here, because this looks delicious.
that's Brandon's
our,
creation. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you
that's
tell
our
him.
new IPA. It's hop with Citra,
That's squash.
Galaxy, and what was the other one?
Miranda.
Miranda. Yes, it's some weird type of hop, and it gives it
We've
Kinda
never
like
used.
a-
We have actually never used
you know,
it
that
before.
like an orange type taste, tangerine. It's pretty happy with it. Thanks, Sean.
I like it.
What's the ABV on that?
About 6.5.
Nice.
Nice drink,
Nice.
light
Sessionable.
drink. Yeah.
That's a craft session.
I swear, once you hit 7, it's like, man, you drink 2, like Rapture, dude. There's 7, and it's like they still can kick you and like knock you down. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
I'm typically I will get into the 7 to 10.
But then I do like trying the heavier ones though, because then you
Yeah,
gotta try 'em.
but you want one of those, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then you can have like this
Switch
is a
it
nice,
up.
this is a craft sessionable, like
Yeah.
And like I was introduced, I was out at a Crooked Current out in like New Hampshire,
Yeah.
and I was talking to her or whatever, and this is she's one of the few like women brewers in the game. I mean, also shout out Meg Evans out there, Rock Bottom,
shout out to Meg.
but super like nano.
Yeah.
Only had like 3 on tap at time or whatever, and like you come in and it was just enough room for maybe like 6 or 7 people to be in there. And she's telling me about like the beers that she's brewing and whatnot, and I'm like, yeah, so what is she's like, oh, it's like it's a craft. She's like, it's a session beer, and I'm like, well, how what's the ABV? She's like, it's about like 6.3, 6.5, and I'm like, that's not typically session. She's like, well, it's a craft session.
Yeah, that's what. That was our
And I'm
hot
like, yeah,
frenzy.
because I'm not, I'm not a 3%er. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's like I'm really not. Like, I might have one of those, but like I typically like if I'm gonna have a few, I don't want to hover around 6. You know what I mean? Like I can hover around 6.
Yeah, so in synopsis, crafts are stronger than regular beer. That's what it is. But yeah, I definitely noticed that like a 6 or 7 with craft is definitely you like, all right,
That's a good-
I can rock with this.
Yeah.
And I mean, this can be an any day of the week type situation. I mean,
Yeah.
like anytime, especially after work.
Exactly.
It's good to after any activity, like any exhausting activity, anything where you're like, all right, I just put in work. Like it's good to have a nice craft beer right after.
Yeah.
I mean, and not
definitely.
to take anything from like the 3%ers. I mean, like if you have a good flavor, I mean, like I'm definitely gonna enjoy your 3, your 4. I mean, whatever your session is. I mean, I'm just typically not gonna have multiple. Just like any strong tasting flavor that I don't agree with, I'll have one of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go do what I like. You know what I mean?
Most
Yep.
all of our beers, they're over 5%, I think, right?
Yeah.
5's the lowest, and the
Yep.
range is up to what's Sanctuary 11
Well, it varies.
because it's aged.
Well, it varies from batch to batch. 'cause,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's I don't know. It's been as high as 13. I
Oh, okay. So it's higher
Yeah.
than that. Yeah, and it's
About-
2 years old. So
think. Anywhere from like 10 to 13 normally it sits in that area.
I like to do a roller coaster. Just start with a session and just kind of hum and maybe have 4 good
Yeah, I
beers.
definitely like this
3,
new beer.
5, 6, 8.
This is as fresh
Let
as
me
we
out.
out.
Go in with
You
it.
know what
11.
I mean? And just hop off. Like, all right, I got a DD, we out.
Yeah.
you know? Like, nice. So like you guys have been around for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And like so how has that growth been? I mean, you've been, in the last 2 years, what is the change that you've seen just in the last 2 years with the brewery, and the local support?
Well, from like when I first started, it wasn't like real busy like customer wise, and now we have a huge customer base, like weekly customers that come every week, like dedicated to growlers, Rapture every week, But like just in general, since I started, now when I started, we weren't putting out like as much beer volume as they were before. And then after that, like we keep fermenters full, like all of our fermenters are full.
You're the fermenter filler.
Yeah, I mean, and Pat too. But like I did it for a while by myself, and I worked the other job, and I used to work till 2-3 in the morning brewing beer by myself. And then they hired Pat too, sorry. And
get your damn numbers
Casey's
straight,
listening.
boy.
Can we get a Pat count?
And like
Fuzzy's like, hell to the motherfucker. Nah, I do not need the Conways on my ass.
no, but
They'll
like
find every pack.
They'll find some extra ones.
They'll
like,
find
hey,
all of the packs.
remember that hum? That sounded Pattish.
no, but like ever since then, we've been our vault. We put out a lot of beer. Like every week, we're shipping pallets of kegs, And then however, like I don't know how many people were there yesterday, 50 people or something, at least at one time. And we're so small. Like if you come there, it's like you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
If you've never been there, right?
No.
You have to come out. If you guys ever want to come out, we got you.
Yeah.
And we definitely.
If you want to come, you'll be like,
What
"What the
do you
hell
mean,
is
wanna come
Mount?"
out?
You'll be like, "What the? I'm
have-
stuck at the Doughboy
have
in
you-
traffic. There's like this statue in the road."
Have you
Why the hell is there a
tasted-
statue in the middle of this damn road?
Have you tasted what you've given us? Because this shit is fucking phenomenal. Hell yeah, we want to come out.
Wait, there's a statue in the middle of the street.
So at the big,
Yep.
at the four-way,
Yep.
there's a commemorative Doughboy statue. And
Now, when you
Doughboy?
say Doughboy, the two black dudes, we're
Yeah,
the boys
'cause-
in the hood. I'm like,
We
they
have
gonna
a
put
problem? Like,
Yeah, we got a big ice
problem?
cube. We
We
got a
got a
big ice
problem,
cube
Doughboy,
statue
or-
in the middle of the road.
we should. That would
did
be
he
a
do
good
that?
thing to switch that out with.
Yo, he was so. It just felt like I'm like, yo, that's a great. He played that. That's a great character, like Doughboy.
Doughboy. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Like he had that
yeah.
Jerry curl.
dude, that was
fucking
that
dope.
movie's. That's awesome.
a classic. That's a
what-
classic movie.
You know the thing I love about that motherfucking thing is like because Ice Cube is so like Ice Cube and he played like and like I saw this movie back in like when I first like freshman year college and it had like Big Pun and like Snoop and Fat Joe and like all
one
these
of them-
rappers,
one of them
you know what I mean?
movies.
And yeah, like it was a super like
No Limit
beat.
used to put out movies. Like,
Yeah, right.
I'm not trying to see Silk the Shot.
And I'm like, but the thing was that like they were acting like thugs, like they were acting like hood niggas, but they couldn't act like hood niggas. I'm like, it's like you sold drugs, do it,
Yeah,
on camera.
right.
And they did it so like, hey, would you like a bag?
Like yeah.
That's how you talk. Like, just be natural. But Ice Cube, he's always been like, no matter what role that he's been in, like he's always been natural. Like,
Ice
with
Cube's.
it.
I love Ice
Even
Cube.
Are we there yet?
And you believed him. You know, I love that progression.
I didn't
Like,
believe it was that jersey he had on. He had a burgundy 33 football jersey. Who the fuck was that? Who was it, Ice Cube? Whose jersey are you wearing? But no, him as Doughboy is dope as hell.
with the no letters, like you can afford a minivan, but you can't afford an official jersey. Like I don't know.
You got all this corporate backing. Hey, y'all couldn't go down Sniggerville and grab a throwback. Y'all couldn't go to MitchellandNess.com and get something. We don't believe you. So who is the Doughboy, the statue?
It's like is it Civil War or something or
I don't.
it's like a war veteran statue. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a little veterans
Yeah.
park.
Yeah, they got a lot of them down south, man.
Yeah.
Those like roundabout like motherfuckers.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
People just gets jammed up all the time.
Oh,
I'm just saying, you'll be like.
That's just,
But
it
other than
wasn't.
that, we got good beer there, and nice little area to hang out in. You can check everything out.
We got some bomb ass barbecue too. Gorky's.
Gorky's?
Yeah.
That
sound like good ass.
Dude, no,
They sound like they slaughter pigs.
you boys want some good barbecue? You go to
It's
Gorky's,
honestly,
man.
yeah.
Gorky's know his way around it.
Dude, they call
legit,
the Gork
man.
Master.
I trust
It's
a
legit.
Gorky.
The Gork Master.
It's just,
dude.
I'm
Yep.
gonna get, yeah.
Yeah, you
Gorky knows
come to
his
Helltown
shit.
and then stop at Gorky's, man.
I'm trying to get
Absolutely.
him to do a food truck because, like, I told him, I'm like, you guys should do a food truck. You're right there in town. They smoke everything right outside their restaurant, and then they buy beer off us and sell it there. And then it's kind of like, but I was like, you guys got everything I've ever had from there.
Well, you guys partner with a lot of food trucks.
Yeah, we have a few different ones
How
coming
important
through.
do you think that is to the craft industry? Because it seems like
Super
they
important.
both they build each other.
I feel
Very good
any
question.
brewery you go to now, anytime we've been to any other brewery, there's a food truck or there's food right next, or they have food.
Yeah.
Like Grist House, they don't have food, but they have food trucks like every day.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the advantages I think of craft. Like, just you get you some good liquor, but you
need some
good
food too. Yeah, at the same time.
Like
yeah.
and it's not like franchise food. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
It's craft food. It's craft
Exactly.
beer and craft food.
You
Exactly.
get-
Right next.
but
If
you
you
buy,
like
like-
flavor, and that's the thing. That's what they both have. Like, I mean, like most brewers are, they have that craft, like, or the culinary aspect.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to be able to taste shit and how
Yeah.
flavors work, so that you can expound upon that. I mean, like, so if you like craft beer, you probably like food, and when you
Yeah.
put the two together, but then why the
Then you
fuck
can
not?
drink some
I
more
mean,
craft
and then
beers,
you,
and eat
then
some more
you
foods.
base, what do you base down?
Oh, get your base down and drink to your face down.
Drink abundance.
Well,
is
cool.
not-
That's a quote from my boy Ray Shandorf. So
It's not from us.
and
I just threw Ray out there. Hopefully you're listening, Ray.
Ray Chandler probably don't exist. He just
Oh, he exists.
that's
He exists.
all right. Well, now it's confirmed.
Kaiser Sose.
No, but it's real. That's just like a food truck, man. That's it's critical to like keeping people at your brewery, or if you don't have food.
Like
Yeah.
it helps out both. Like
Yeah.
it helps out the brewery and it helps out the food truck because they're making money, you're making money, and it's
Work
hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, we do a show down at Apis, and
Yeah,
the food
was
truck is critical because I mean, like, we have, and that's the beauty of what we get to do is in the collaboration, because like we put a show on and like it's a free show, it's great quality. We're putting on the best comedians in the city that come down here. We're at Apis, who houses us. They're very supportive.
And would you do that like weekly or? Is
it
that
was
like
monthly. It's a monthly show. They
Oh,
have
that's
me down there or
cool.
whatever. Like,
Definitely will have to check that out.
And then like you have the best comedy in the city. You have the best mead. Like
Oh, yeah, I went there,
personally
yeah.
ever had. You know what I mean? And then
Blue.
you have a food truck out there where so like you as a person, like as somebody coming into this, like they're getting everything. You know what I mean? Like it's food, comedy, and brew. Like and like I'm not going home broke.
Yeah, like how
after
could you
this.
beat that? You know?
Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and that's what I love about like the craft scene.
how
Like,
it
is
should
the focus on small business,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
local and
Like
microeconomics.
entrepreneurs
You know
and
what I
like,
mean?
young,
Like, yeah,
like
and
people just trying to do their own thing and just get
doing
out,
what
get
you
it
love.
out there. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, like, and also like and it's beautiful being in this region because this is always has been a blue collar region, and
Yeah,
like, the
exactly.
cost of living is so low.
Yeah.
and so people are looking for things to do that are cost effective. They're not. This isn't LA. We're not paying. You know what I mean, like $12 for a shot. Like listen. You know what I mean, like I can go out and get pretty decent off of like $15-$20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel mature while drinking. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing that craft provides for me. Like I
Yeah.
could be a family man and take like my family to a brewery and it's good food. They be having kiddie menus now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can have a cold one that ain't like me drinking a Budweiser. It's like, yo, this is good beer. It's, you know what I mean?
Good all around.
Just
everything.
treating yourself.
Yeah.
Hell of a day. And
Treating your taste
Taste
buds good.
without
Yeah, yeah. Take them on a flavor ride.
Yeah, like
you know
I've
what I
met
mean?
so many people just because of beer. Just recently met you at Brewers Olympic. How does that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean that's and we touch on it all the time on the
Yeah.
podcast. But like that community, and once you get into the community, it's like you said. I mean now that you've gotten into it, you want to taste others. And
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you wanna,
yeah.
and it's very supportive.
And
Like,
you're
you know,
well, I'm gonna go try beers from all the breweries. When you get time, stop at a different brewery.
yeah. And brewers will give suggestions like, if
yeah.
somebody comes through, hey, do you know any others? They're like, yeah, you can go here,
Exactly,
here.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to, like, I go in the Rite Aid and I'm like, oh, man, you ain't got what I need. You know where I can get it? Legally, we're not allowed to
Go
say.
to the
Yeah,
Rite
exactly.
Aid.
Yeah.
Go to the Rite Aid on the other side of the city. Try them.
You can wait until, like, tomorrow. We might have
Yeah.
some in. Like,
Here, I'm gonna give you this customer card. Tell them what product you want us to carry. Like that really fucking matters.
order it online, have it shipped in. Like,
Oh man, yeah, go pick it up.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. So like, when you got in to the brewing, was it you were introduced or you were already brewing for Helltown or?
No, I was just like, I wasn't even working at the time. I just quit my one job and was actually just working part time at the print shop, which is called All About Graphics. And Sean just was like, "You want to clean kegs part time?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then a couple weeks go by, or so maybe it might have been a month. Then he's like, "Did you ever brew beer?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know nothing about it, And then he's like, "Well, you want to?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Yeah." Just started brewing with him and Dan, the other the assistant brewer. That he don't brew anymore, but he still helps out if we need him. He had surgery and it's just too much hard work, like heavy lifting and stuff. And he's a bike mechanic.
brewing is hard work, man.
Oh, dude.
Like we got a chance. We was down with it Mindful or whatever. We got a chance to see like the
Dumping the grain.
and that's why shout out to Hitchhiker because I remember coming in and Andy, man, I will never forget him down.
I know
in
him. Yeah.
That goddamn basement down there and just all fucking with the apron, the big, you know what I mean, with the gloves and the whole shit, just putting his back into this fucking barrel of his mash or whatever.
The mash.
Just stirring this shit. You know what I mean? I was
Humble beginnings, but look what they got
look
now.
at,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I mean.
Well, so what I was gonna ask is, how has your palate changed, or is this more reflective of your palate, or
Well, he was all the beer that you tell me about. I just drink what things he says, or we
I'm the
don't
beer
do.
nerd.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
we don't switch it up
you're
that
me
much.
and he's Day.
Yeah,
I'm the beer nerd. I'm the one that's like, yo, you need to try this beer. Yo, you need to
Like,
try
I don't
this.
even know,
Like,
man.
they
I
be
got
doing
so much
research
going on. I'm like,
I
I'll
got
drink
fresh
whatever.
cans in the fridge. I'm that guy.
What are some of your favorite styles?
Definitely IPA. Like this, you were saying the session. We do Hop Frenzy, which was probably besides this is probably my favorite beer we do.
Dude,
It's very.
I know, I really like it.
this turned out amazing.
And
I'm stoked.
The Hop
Definitely.
Frenzy was clear. We cleared it up. It was clear. So yeah. So
This is juicy though.
but Hop Frenzy is a good session. That's probably my favorite. The session beer, I'd say. Session IPA.
Yeah, a 5-7 session.
We
yeah.
sold out. Yeah.
What's your favorite
what's
style?
yours?
I like stouts.
Styles.
Stout, man.
Yeah, I like big boy beers. That's what I call them.
Yeah.
Ones that'll
They're
shut your
meals.
ass down real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll take a nap after that. Yeah.
Like the beer itself is a whole meal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the breakfast
But
stouts. and,
after that, like IPAs, sours, everything else kind of falls in later. But
Now, have you done any brewing yourself? Have you tried to home brew? Or?
well, the first time I ever brewed, I brewed with my friend Ray Shandorf. That doesn't
He's real.
exist.
He's really real.
So,
What was the first beer that you
brewed? We brewed a double IPA, and I was
You
like,
the
dude,
first?
You went in.
The first
He went
brew
in.
that
Don't
you
even mess
brewed
around, right?
Yeah.
was a double IPA?
Yeah, and
He went in. Like, if
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
and I was
that's-
like, and it turned out super good, and it was just a kit beer too, and
A kit? Because that's the thing. And here's, and we've talked to a lot of brewers or whatever, and we've talked to a few brewers that did the kit. Usually, and I know I have
not the right
friends.
way to do it.
I have friends that use it or whatever. And typically they say the first beer that they do with the kit, no matter who they are, they typically was terrible. Yeah. And usually the kit was, you made a double IPA off of a kit?
yeah,
I didn't even know they had double IPA kits. Like,
yeah,
I
it,
didn't
it
even-
turned out real good. And after that, I was hooked. I was like, I want to brew beer. I want my own brewery, and
Wow.
I figured
getting
the
my start at
kits-
Helltown. I've been there helping out for over a year, helping him when he's brewing or
So what are some
filling
of,
growlers, filling pints.
so what are some of the
Filling
lessons that
kegs.
you've learned?
Our drainage sucks. We've been flooded a few times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's had a nightmare. Oh yeah.
Drain
But,
back up. It
got them
happens.
big
I don't
ass
know. I think
boots.
it's helped me get better, like
I don't
talking
rock,
to
I don't
people
like,
and stuff.
I don't know. I just rock. I
And,
rock sneakers.
You rock sneakers now.
Just learning different hops
I'm all-
and
I'm all
malt
into
and
boots.
grain and I don't know. I just want to be in the beer game. That's where it's at.
So we
No, I'm sorry. We just
went
mindful.
in-
We
went
saw
to
the
the-
big ass boots with mindful, and I couldn't wait for y'all to finish y'all thing. Like, you gonna wear boots? You like you wear tennis shoes? Like,
you rock tennis shoes
Yeah.
while you're
High
brewing?
top DCs.
What? Like, what? And I feel like they
For
would
quickness
I feel
and
like-
comfort.
Yeah.
I feel like those would be the worst because those are like sponges. They would just soak up all of the shit.
Yeah, they do a good job
you
of
just
taking
you
shit
just good at what you do. You know what I mean? You get the
Might get a
like,
little wet sometimes, but
but you
Yeah, but he just keeps buying shoes. So
just throw them out.
I guess that's one method.
oh, they got wet. Throw them the fuck out. Shit.
glad to hear y'all doing
Get
well.
new pairs.
But I
Throwing
like,
out
dude, like,
sneakers.
Yeah, like you
Well,
just
listen,
you
Throw
you
them in the gutter. And
I work-
go
or
buy
ha-
another.
working so
smashed
many,
up the gray ones, bought me a red.
like after working so much industrial, like, oh,
Rest in peace.
No, it's just because anytime you say anything from International Players Anthem, all I hear in my ear is, choose. Like, that's such a good intro to a song. That just make you feel good off top. Like,
Oh, that was.
like, I'll be feeling good about that song. Like, and then
I know,
Pepsi comes.
that is one of the most perfect rap songs ever created.
That shit
Sound.
dope as hell. And then Pepsi.
And then they get to the claps, the church claps, like, it is.
Pepsi comes on game spitting, but you don't even realize it because the track is so positive.
And yeah, because he starts out, and Andre is on some.
without a rubber.
You went from giving up the game to like, nah, nigga, but I'm in it. Like the dichotomy and the contrast throughout all that shit it's one of the rap's most
That's
perfect.
a craft rap song. Like,
Yeah.
it's perfectly fucking crafted.
there
Like,
you go.
that song had to just come out of nowhere. It's like, yo, and
Yep.
then everything flowed naturally, and that shit is dope.
And the thing is that like it was one of those collaborations that like because there's some collaborations where you see two big like entities, they come and sometimes you're like, I thought it might have been better. That was one of the like UGK have like one of the best like duets. Like I mean that is arguably the two best duets in all of rap. I mean, UGK and Outkast.
Yeah.
And when they came together, they actually delivered on what the fuck they did.
And that's the thing. Like they weren't two groups that were going to collaborate. A lot of times. Like this
Yeah.
was the collaboration.
Yeah.
Now, this was the one you was gonna get.
Yeah.
And they nailed that.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's what, and this is after like Andre had been out for a while. So to hear Andre on the track with the whole, and Pimp C and like it's a classic.
So
I'm sorry.
can we, and I feel like I should ask everybody this. Like, I want to ask everyone I meet this from now on. How do you feel about what Andre 3000 be wearing? Like, what? Like, feather pants, no shirt. He got a fucking.
He's outraged. He's outrageous, dude.
What was that face?
That was Wiz Khalifa. What do you call
This
him?
is
Zero?
pre-
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, like
pre-Wiz,
that's what I'm
but-
saying. But I mean, you got to look at the thing about Andre is that like he had that rock style, like that androgyny, like Prince and all that. That androgyny has always been a thing, and it was always more accepted on the European side of things.
Yeah.
The white folks like you had like Boy George.
Yeah,
That, like you had androgyny, like, and those were the guys that were doing Michael Jackson. It was all about androgyny, and Andre was one of the first, like, to
was the
do
first
that in
rapper
rap,
to do that.
exactly,
Yeah,
in rap to bring that in, and it was like, yo, what is? But he was so fucking gifted that he was able to
The
do it,
rap-
and they just accepted
Yeah,
it. Because
no
if
one
you're gonna do
rose
it,
above.
you got to be like,
You gotta be
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like
because.
Because
finally
like,
coming up in
otherwise you Lil B.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, but like that I used to be looking at his outfits like, I don't know if I could wear clogs, fam. I don't think I could pull it off.
You can't pull that shit. I can't pull that shit off.
He can.
But, I mean, if I was Andre, then fuck it.
So I need to learn how to rap.
Yeah.
Like I gotta learn how to rap, but I don't even. What were we talking about? How did we get on Outcast?
We get on all kind. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
It's
All over
it's
the
just
map.
random.
Oh, we were talking about his shoes
About
because
the
he smashed
sneakers, and
up
then
the
we
gray
went-
ones.
Yeah.
Bought some
Emo
reds.
red.
Yeah.
Every time he hit the parking lot, he turned head. Tell me if you didn't contemplate buying some sort of fur coat. Listen to the Pimp C. I think I was in high school. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna buy me a fucking fur coat to wear the homeroom.
Right.
Show up the homeroom in a fur coat with a book bag. Just what?
So what's the future for Helltown, man? Like, one, we've got a whole nother brew that we got to get into.
Yeah, one more.
Because he don't pour samplers.
Yeah, they haven't been pouring. They haven't been pouring like sessionable samples out here. These have been
five with
Buzzy. You gotta carry your weight, Buzzy.
Yeah,
You know what
Buzzy
I mean?
over
You
here.
gotta
Just
blame
like
it
a
on
little,
Buzzy.
The first
he
one,
ain't
he
out
was a
here
little
drinking
slow with the
enough.
glass.
What's that?
The first one, he was a little slow with the glass.
Then we just saw that hand.
I
Look,
gave
that
him some of
hand
mine
came
though.
in.
So he had to try because it was old. It was so old.
I'm not.
It's IPA.
I'm not
He had to-
condoning.
I had to give him a
anything
tall
like
boy
this,
of that. So
I would.
We all got DDs.
I would, and we all got DDs here. I would say we should probably finish these so we can get into the next one.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody
so
here
we-
are big boys,
Yeah.
and can probably make that.
So
happen.
we gotta cut the feed, and we'll be back right after these messages. How many TV shows do you think at commercial like they should? Like, I know it happens at newscasts. Fucking
They're like
commercial-
chugging beer, shotgunning beers. Sally Wiggin. She's like,
either that or they got Bailey's in their coffee, like Bailey's Irish cream in their coffee. Just motherfucker get lit talking about the weather. Because I look at the weathermen, they be fucked up.
Oh,
yeah, I love
the
it.
weather report, and I'm like, how you making sense of this?
I feel like they're
These
tripping.
colors, they just moving.
Oh no, it's a line in the shot.
I think I'd be a pretty cool weatherman. I don't know. Like I was talking about the one day.
I'd be-
It would be so fun.
I would be cool.
I've never heard somebody say, "Yeah, I think I'd make a cool weather."
Yeah, everyone would be like, dude, I love
think
watching the
anybody
weather.
could be a weatherman.
You love watching.
No,
There's an app for that.
I don't. But I'm saying people would be like, the weatherman, he's the shit.
I'd be a good weatherman, but not a meteorologist. So I'd have a dude.
You have a dude above you.
He would predict the weather,
And
and
you
I
just-
would break the news to you.
Oh, okay.
Be like, hey, yo, they got some new duck boots out at Macy's. Them shits is dope. By the way, you're going to need them on Tuesday. Tuesday morning, to be exact. I'd be a dope weatherman, not meteorologist. So, with Helltown, have you tried to get in on the brew, or you create the names, or
No, this was. If this beer comes out to be the name we put in for, then that'll be my creation. But
do you introduce recipes?
no,
Like, do you just-
that's one thing that I've been wanting to get into.
Yeah, 'cause it seems like you're in a great
with
position to
this
just
with
be
this
like,
beer.
I
Like
wanna try
I
this.
suggested what hops we use, and the boss man he came up with the whole like.
It was you.
So you were
still
like,
was
"Hey,
all your
do you think
idea,
you could
though."
maybe do something with this?" And then he was like, "As a magician, that's what you get."
Yeah, it still was literally
Like,
his
yeah,
idea. If
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't for him, it was his
Abracadabra.
idea. So
Yeah, I mean, like,
Wow.
Sean, Sean,
He's
like,
he's
was
just
like,
tired
yes,
of
we
hearing
need
my
to do
mouth.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
Sean, we need that haze, yo.
everybody
But
needs
it's good. It's cool though that he's doing that. So we can now we're starting to do some new
Well,
stuff.
everybody needs it, and it sounds like you're in an environment where creativity is encouraged and that voices are heard. And
Yeah.
you need that in a company,
Yeah.
any company that you're.
Yeah,
in. If you don't
exactly.
feel like your voice is being heard, or you don't feel like you have any chance at progression, then you're not in it. You know
That's
what
why I
mean?
got
Like,
out of my industrial
exactly.
job. I was
I
like,
mean,
I'm
that's what
done, dude. I
everybody-
had money. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done.
So, from what I hear, I don't know if we could announce whatever, but like you guys got a location popping up at some point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in Bloomfield,
Yeah?
down by Children's Hospital on Liberty Avenue. Still, what do they say? Maybe, hopefully by November.
That's what they're shooting for.
Yeah.
Brian, if Brian was listening, he'd be like, "No, it's not going to be till December now."
No, it's not going to be until
Hopefully,
next year.
I
in
hope
December.
soon.
Yeah, who knows?
But you know how all the stuff goes with the city licensing and permits.
Oh
and-
yeah. No,
So-
I've heard all kind of shit. You get in there and
But it's
the
get
duct system or some
Oh,
like random
yeah.
shit, like
Yeah.
the roof. Like it just be weird shit
But
that pops off that people that don't ever think about. Like when it comes to bringing like an industrial business to a
residential area.
Yeah, exactly.
we wouldn't. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask questions.
All right.
I was just gonna ask. You said you were near Children's Hospital, like you're right across.
Yeah, I think it's. I've never even been to the location. I'm not
Neither
sure
have I.
the exact address. It's a building for lease there, and like our sales rep and our Sean, the owner, they pretty much know everything about that. I'm not involved in that part, the aspect of it.
It's above your pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do, like I said, I just do.
You're
like,
just a fermenter filler.
Yeah, I just brew beer and clean and do everything we need to do. And once we get it open, though, that's going to really give us more revenue to expand our brewery, and then we'll
And
be able
that's
to
what we
brew more
need.
beer. Yeah,
We need room.
and different.
We wanna
and do
start
more
a
new
big
beers
barrel.
too.
You know,
Y'all gonna
go
get a lot of dads in
big
trouble.
barrel series and.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of dads who get in trouble because
Around
like
here?
if your child's in children's, but you're like, all
Oh,
right, they all right.
I could run right across the street.
I can run across the
Helltown tail up there on
like
low
it
red.
it ain't terminal. So like they got some antibiotics. All right, you talking to your mom? Let me just run across the street.
Yeah.
Have a beer. I need to deal with this.
Want to pop that sanctuary?
We laugh here. I just want to let everybody know who's trying to keep this thing. I mean, when it is all said and done,
I still don't know what you said. When it's all said and done,
it's corked. You wanna
remember
grab it?
there's a said part in said and done, and you didn't say anything.
That is. Those are corked.
So what were you getting to? We're at the point in
We're
Dave's
getting-
day where he starts mumbling.
this sanctuary is happening right
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna fit.
We're definitely
I'm
going
babysitting.
Yeah.
It's been a long day,
When it's-
right?
When it's all said and
Sunday.
done.
My day ain't over. I got two little ones at the crib, so no matter
Oh,
how much fun
always.
I have here,
Yeah. It's
gonna be
I
even
turn
more
right
fun.
into the
Yeah.
father of two small children
Running
as soon as I
around.
get to the house.
Running around, right?
That shit gets real.
Yeah.
And my daughter's at the age where she look at me like, "Are you drunk?" Like she don't know
Judging.
She don't
She's
know
got the
what
judging
drunk
eyes.
is. She don't know what drunk is, but she know daddy's a little bit different. Like,
Yeah, like
what's up with you?
gives you that look, like
She be like, "Daddy's sleepy again." Daddy's sleepy again. All right.
How old's your daughter?
My daughter's 3. She'll be 4 in 2 months.
fill you
Nice.
up here.
I got 2 daughters, Sage and
daughters?
Skylar. One's
Sage and
17,
Skylar, 17.
and one is 13.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm in a house with a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 17-year-old, and a female dog and a female cat. So
I was pretty excited
it's-
because we just recently got a puppy for my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm not only cocking balls in the house anymore.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You
No,
got
I don't
one.
have
Because,
any.
yeah,
I don't have
we've
any.
had-
Damn.
No,
It's been all cats and they've all been girls. The dog girls. I have girls, dude.
No, I mean, I
Too much estrogen in the house,
for,
bro.
For me, wrong, right is just a lesser degree of wrong at this point. I mean, there's no battles to be won. You know what I mean, but they
Yeah.
keep me even killed because
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
be very much an asshole. So they let me know, hey, maybe not be so much of that. Maybe not do that so much. Like so.
Yeah, I grew up. My mother and my 2 sisters. I remember when my dad moved out. I was like, "You gonna leave me?
On this
You
island.
just gonna go?" Everybody else was upset for a different reason. Like, bro, you just gonna go? Like,
Leaving
for
me
real?
here.
Like, I'm
What?
10, bro. I can't handle this.
But you know what it is though. Like you become a conversationalist.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean, like what we're doing now is a direct result of growing up with women because like they talk and they like to talk
And
things
we
out,
don't.
and
Yep.
we don't.
We don't talk.
Most
at
men
home.
don't talk. You know what I mean, so like if you grow up in that atmosphere, and
Silence.
if you're a man that can talk,
Doesn't have to be
man,
silence.
the world is your oyster.
Doesn't have to be silence.
Just
But I don't have to have this conversation about my day for this to feel good and complete. Like I can
Yeah.
just come down from my day and feel good about the home that I've created, the opportunities. If I got to, if I get in a position where I can buy the food I want to eat, beer I want to drink, I'm cool with just letting that simmer for me. Give me an hour and a half.
Just let it all sink in.
Give me that.
Little wind down time.
Yeah, just don't. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Don't hit me with, if you hit me with 3 questions in a row, that third question, I'm like, come on, really?
Yeah, like this.
Before you can answer the first.
I'm in the middle of the second one, and you're already hit me with the third. Like, can I have a sip? Can I get a NASCAR team to pat me down and keep me going?
I need a NASCAR team to brief me. When my woman asks me a question, I need a NASCAR team to come in.
They all roll in.
Give me an answer, and then we good.
They're just in the closet on standby. They just know when to come. They're like, "Yep, he needs
it's a heavy session. We see the team coming out, keeping them down,
bust out,
keeping them dry,
air hoses, the gas, and everything."
That would be the cue too. Like when she asks you a question, and then you'll have an answer.
keeping them screws turning.
Nothing there for him.
I mean, honestly, that's
I'm catching up.
Yeah.
That's what your team is, though. Your team, the people that you keep around in your life, those are your NASCAR team, man.
Exactly.
Like, when you have an issue, you got to go to the team and be like, "Hey, I got a problem," and they got to be like, "Well, I got that," and you take that and you make something of it, man. Like, so shout out to the NASCAR teams.
Shout out,
man.
That's like a NASCAR. Yeah. Okay, so you used to listen to the hyphy song. I used to listen to mad hyphy songs, and I never hyphy. But I always was looking at
what you're talking about.
I always looked at those people like, yo, those people are having a lot of fun because they're making movements that don't make sense.
Yeah,
right. Like, remember when they did Stump the Yard? Like, and I'm Greek and I've been in step shows and like they did Stump the Yard, and I was just looking like, yo, this is some wild corny shit.
I can't stand those Bring It On movies.
All
that Hollywood production side of it, it was too much story, and
Dave's about to break the seal.
No, I'm not about to break the seal. I need to find out what the fuck this shit is that I just put in my mouth. This sanctuary. This is a Russian Imperial aged on cask. Sherry fucking cask. My God,
it is good.
Oh, that shit! Like you feel it all the way down, and like the flavor. It's heavy and it's delicious, and it sits on your tongue, and you want to drink that, but and then let it sit, so that flavor develops over the course of like a good maybe like 2 minutes.
Do you know how strongly he feels? You hear that? That's a man who feels
deep.
Strongly
He's getting deep
about that beer.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of emotion.
See, now they can be our hype man for Helltown.
Yeah.
You want to be the hype man?
You can be our hype man, bro.
Do you feel that
both y'all be the hype man.
I'll be the hype man at the door, and
damn,
you can do comedy.
And if you felt it, then definitely.
You don't want to just swallow. You want it to just sit there. You want it to just be.
I want to talk back to you.
You want it to find itself.
Yeah.
Give it room to grow.
He was looking Pat. He was looking Pat right in his eyes.
I know, man. It was dead serious.
Like directly
real,
in the pupils.
That was as real as it gets.
No, I'm gonna let you know. Like
this is in Hollywood. No one's paying me to say this.
I want to finish my beer faster because I want to get some of that. Whatever that is. You need one of those a day.
You guys could have that.
Yeah.
Usually Ed's giving the jewels away. You guys could have that one.
It is definitely a very awesome beer.
Thank you for bringing this shit to us. This has been, we have been introduced to I feel like I'm on the end. Like, y'all fuck with us? We fucks with y'all.
Yeah.
Man. T-shirts, they came through with the swag. I mean,
that's what I told him. I'm like, I want to bring some swag.
Like, he hit me up. I was doing, I don't know what the fuck drinking and like hanging out with friends or whatever. And like, I got a text like out of the blue, like, hey, yo, we coming through. Like, what size T-shirts y'all got? I'm like, what? Like, they coming through with the, like, yeah.
Well, I didn't want to bring the wrong size.
No, man. But like I said, I'm a big fan of the whole T-shirt thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, when it comes to graphic design, like I worked in a T-shirt printing factory, so I understand the quality that goes in to like making a good T-shirt. The collar, got a good collar.
The collar is so fucking important.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
The collar gotta be on your neck, but not
Is that
on your
yeah.
neck.
Is that good?
Remember them gas station white tees?
yeah, they just
don't
be
buy them.
too thick and too tight.
Fucking collar be. Can you zoom
Too
in
inches
on
thick.
this
shirt
how
that
thick a white
chokes.
tee collar be?
Yeah, right.
From the Sunoco that the Russians own.
Oh.
Where the fuck y'all selling turtlenecks?
A shirt that'll put you in a sleeper hold.
Yeah, it just feels like you're being being strangled by a midget. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not enough to really care about, but like, this is annoying.
And the only thing I hate more than a super tight collar is a fucking stretched collar.
Yep.
You look homeless, fam. What happened?
Someone grabbed you by your shirt. You're like, why don't you just get rid of that?
Who just roughed you up? What's wrong with your collar? Fellas, get your collars together. You'll get more women. Trust me.
And here's the thing. Like, if you got the good collar, if it's a decent enough design or whatever, the rest of it can kind of fall by the wayside until whatever.
Yeah.
But the collar is what matters on that bitch. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, like,
And you like the collar?
No, I like the beer.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I told
That is the Russian Imperial.
That's sanctuary, yo.
Did
That's
I lie?
our sanctuary.
Did I lie?
And
Oh.
it feels all super masculine too.
Yeah, it's like all like
It's like it makes your balls
It's like-
feel bigger.
This is what the dudes in Game of Thrones with the real fur coats be drinking.
they're drinking that.
When the bigger your fur coat in Game of Thrones,
You're just sipping
the
on
closer
that.
to this you're getting.
That's what I told him. I'm like, we're
Cheers.
taking the nice cups. I'm like, we're gonna.
Helltown, cheers to the fall of the Lannisters. Yeah,
And crazy thing is, Game of Thrones is all the women drinking the best beer, like fucking
Cersei,
Daenerys Targaryen,
Yeah, Daenerys.
Cersei.
Yeah.
Like they drinking the best beer. Like they got the best ale. They got the best stout.
Top of the line.
All you young
Mead.
boys drinking Bud Light and shit like that.
Oh,
Cersei
yeah.
getting that crack.
Get the Bud Light out.
She blew. Oh, never mind. I don't know how. Yeah, because with those you binge watch, people don't know. Cersei's a bad bitch. Like,
she is. I respect her tenacity. You know what I mean? Now I fuck her. I can't wait to see her fucking head. But you know what? Here's the thing. I think in the fuck all of all fuck alls, if you're talking about Game of Thrones, I mean, like, Cersei might win that shit all.
Yeah, because she fucks her
She's
brother.
the one character that you keep fucking rooting against. And every time
She has to stay on.
and
the
every
show.
time you cheer for a character, every time you cheer for something, Ned's. And then you know what? At this point for this first season, Ned Stark was the first, and when I saw that, I was like, "Holy fuck!" So you keep cheering for these characters, and every time you get to like somebody, they're fucking gone.
But nobody
If
grows
there's one
to like
character-
Cersei. Everybody grows to hate her, so she has to stay.
So she has, and I think that everybody,
villain.
Here's what
Yeah.
here's what everybody's thinking. It's going to be Daenerys and the boy from the north. They're going to get together, and then they're going to defeat Cersei's and the people, and they're going to all live together.
Nah,
Cersei
fucks
is
her brother,
gonna
man.
Cersei's is gonna come through at the end.
brother.
She's gonna come through at the end of all that shit after all the fucking wars won, wipe them the fuck out, come back as the queen of the motherfucking city and be like, look what I saved you motherfuckers from. And now my fucking this is my shit.
Fucking her brother.
Yes. And you're gonna everything that happens you're gonna hate. And that's how Game of Thrones has to end. Game of Thrones has to end in a way that you fucking hate it.
Right? That's
Because
how
the only
you,
thing that keeps you in it is
Yep.
that you
just
fucking
hate it.
Yeah.
And you want to just be like,
I hate that she's still
this.
alive. I do, but
but you
I
keep
do
watching.
enjoy her character.
Yes. Very
She's
well
fun
written.
to watch, but if she lived in Allentown, I'd be mad as fuck. Why arrest her? Who's y'all just gonna let Cersei live? Like,
Is that shed she built in the backyard up to code?
yeah, like if you send a zoning officer
Oh, it's
to your
over.
neighbor's address, you hate that motherfucker.
Yeah. I know someone that happened to.
I know a couple people that
few
happened to. Like, and they were like, yeah, they came through and wanted to measure my shed. I'm like, mother, what? Yeah.
Jeez.
But no, this beer is fucking amazing. I think
This
that's
is
what
amazing,
I think this is what we got
Yeah, we
into
just
the
went
whole Game of Thrones thing. But this is
good stuff.
very throneable.
Yeah, well, be on the lookout.
Throneable.
What?
Throneable.
Okay, first of all,
Because I said throneable, and I don't know what a
ever
throne.
in life say throneable again.
What's the throneable?
I don't know.
Because I'm
That's
like,
why I
wait,
said,
is
don't
that
say-
like a?
How the fuck is you gonna ask me what thronable is? You said
Because
it,
you
man.
said it like, yeah, I thought you
It's like
like
your
there was
start-
some
is that
other
your
it meant
startup
something
company?
else. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, wait, does that take? Because thronable is something that you could drink on the throne.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? This is thronable.
or it's our Shark Tank idea.
You know, and I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. If I'm on the throne, the porcelain throne, I would have a sip of this. Why not? Some brown while I would put some brown down while I'm putting some brown down.
You's a nasty motherfucker. Think about this. Think about how you would feel about somebody if they went into your bathroom with a glass. They went into the bathroom with a glass and shut the door and came out 17 minutes later.
Then you're like, is
And
everything all right?
And there's nothing in the glass. First of all, I'm gonna think, okay, either there's something illegal in that glass, or this motherfucker just drank a beer while taking a shit.
Yo, the tweets would be fire. Oh my god.
So I don't even. You know what? Don't draw me into your bullshit. Pun intended.
This is a very thronable beer.
Yes.
Thronable.
We'll have some more.
Yeah, be on the lookout. We're gonna have this coming out soon. We have Whiskey Barrel, Sanctuary aging right now. It's already been in the barrel for a year. We need to get that.
So
bottled.
wait, this is Sanctuary, and this is aged on sherry caskets.
Yeah.
So this is the same base beer aged
Yeah.
on
Different barrels.
different barrels.
different
Now
So
that's the first
definitely,
time I've heard that.
Yeah, and
With
then
all
we
the
got an
breweries
Imperial
that
Brown.
we
Well, they were like Trogs with the Wild Elf and the I mean like they have the with those fooders that they I mean with the huge ass like wooden fooders or whatever.
Yeah.
The base beer was like Jovial and Mad Elf, and they threw it in there with some sours, and
Yep.
they made a sour off of those base
Is
beers.
that how that happened?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I thought
mean,
they just
like-
made the beers specifically for that.
Yeah, they took the base
I be
beers.
sometimes
and then,
listen on a road trip. I'm gonna be lit.
well,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
We,
You got
we
it.
walked in that motherfucker on a tour. We just got done driving like 4 hours. To
Yeah,
get
it was
out
like
there.
10.
I remember. Yeah. Well. Yeah. When we
Yeah,
watched,
it's like,
we
here,
actually
you want a
watched.
beer.
Listened to that podcast
Oh, really?
today.
Oh,
And them
yeah,
jokes
like,
was like
well,
8.5,
that day-
9.5.
Yeah, that day
It's
started at
10:30.
11 o'clock on the brewery tour with that fucking Jovial Sour, which nobody fully knows what the fuck that is.
Oh,
right now.
yeah,
They didn't say
right.
anything. But I heard anywhere from like 9 to like 13. So that's how we started our day. When we went
Heavy
through the
hitter,
tour.
right off the bat.
range.
Yeah.
That's a serious range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's,
But luckily, they brought it out. They made sure that we were all safe out there, and we had
Yeah.
a whole smorgasbord of beer. And it was
I see when the video started, all the different beers out on the table.
Yeah.
What's the
yeah,
ABV
but
here?
when you walk.
That varies. What would you say? 10 to 13.
Oh, 10,
Yeah.
13.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's 2 years old. So,
So you don't know the exact.
Yeah,
But this
exactly.
is serious
Like,
right now.
it's at least 10.
It's
You know, it's at
Second
least
cast
10.
in. Wow.
Then, like I said, we'll be bottling more of it, but it's gonna. I'm sure it'll have different flavors and tastes.
Yeah, it's gonna have whiskey
yeah.
to it. So,
But I have 2 of those at my house, and there's one in the cooler. How many do you have?
I got 4.
Oh,
and
you got the big stash.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna be like-
yeah, but one of them-
always got a stash.
Yeah.
but one of
That
them's
gotta
got
be
to
the-
go to my boy in Texas that I trade beers with.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I got a problem, but I think I don't got a problem because I have it figured out. So it can't be a problem, correct?
Well, you flourish with it. So it's not a problem. Yeah. It's kind of an addition to your life.
yeah.
I feel like one of these is like a very like wedding type beer. Like take one of those, age it, and just keep it on there until that night, and then just give it out to the the few.
Yeah, exactly.
groomsmen.
Yeah, that's
Like, you know what I
that's
mean?
perfect
Like,
for that.
I got a little bottle. I mean, a friend gave me for for Christmas or whatever, and it's like 20% like stout, like whatever.
Holding
It's
on
just-
to that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just like it was
Make
just
sure you say I
sitting in
do
the basement.
first.
Yeah. I don't know. I might need it to get there. So man, like that's the
Yeah, right.
Before we walk, oh,
You in
man.
a great position. You good.
Oh no, I'm good, but I've been in weddings. I mean, and in weddings, the best weddings that I've been in have been the ones where we wake up in the hotel, we get dressed, and we get shit faced and go have.
Oh,
some
as a
fun.
groomsman, and I was a
you know
groomsman.
what I mean? And
For like 2 years straight, I was a groomsman.
All
Yeah,
year
yeah.
for
It
2
just
years.
felt like that.
Yeah.
It's like them 2 years, I was a groomsman like 5-6 times.
yeah,
But, like,
everybody's getting married and them babies.
I'm getting lit every wedding. Like, I ain't got. Well, my only responsibility is to walk in a straight line with a little bit of swag. I could do that.
Easily.
And you know what's
Getting
gonna
lit,
help me
looking
do
for the
that?
hardest
Yeah.
broads.
You know what's gonna help me walk with a little bit more swag? If I start drinking.
Right now.
If I got some age sanctuary.
If I got some
to
shit in my
start this
system,
in.
I'm Gucci. Like what? I used to do. I did a hand rub after every walk. Like
Yeah, right?
hand rub
Warm
and a
them
lip
up.
bite. You know what I mean? Like that'll get them into it. Shout out to LL.
So we had a question, an online question that came through, and it was, what's next? What's next for Helltown?
Hopefully expansion at the brewery and more brewing and more volume of beer and newer beers coming out soon, hopefully.
What are some of the beers that you maybe have, like, I don't know, going against the wall, see if it
Well,
sticks?
like the beer I want to do is our Rapture, but like conditioned on pineapples.
So what is the Rapture?
That's an IPA.
And that's so it's so what is it, ABVs?
Seven.
It's 7, yeah.
Like a 7, and then
Yeah.
you want to age that.
And
on
like
place
I
again.
like Rapture a
Condition
lot.
it on
Condition
pineapple.
it on
Yeah,
pineapples.
yeah,
So
in the
when
end.
would you, in that process, where would you put it on top of the pineapples? Would it be
After
before,
fermentation.
After fermentation,
Yeah.
and you would let it sit and
Soak
then
up all, yeah.
in, like in a cold environment.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and then
Chill
it would
it
just be the
down.
flavor, and then you would like
Dump the pineapple and dump the bottom and the hops out.
Would you filter it again to get any kind of like?
It could
like-
still be a cloudy beer, but I would still filter just for like particles, like just to get them out.
So with the cloudies, like, are you planning for them to be cloudy, or do beers just show up?
No,
and it's
well-
like, all right, it's cloudy. We go with that.
Different
Like,
strains of yeast.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of yeast you use, and like
Okay.
if you dry hop during like primary fermentation, like then you will have a cloudy beer, and if it's more of a wheat base too, that makes it a cloudier beer. Some places have, like, a lot of our beers are clear, and we just got our first cloudy one. We already drank the whole growler, huh?
Well,
Man,
you know what?
everyone got
You
it.
need to hit us up and let us know when you're going to come to Helltown, because I'll bring a bottle of that up to
You
out
think
of my
I won't?
out
You
of my
ain't gotta-
stash.
You already said it. You ain't got to tell me twice.
and-
I might hit you
with
up
you, bro.
tomorrow morning, like, bro. Remember you said that thing that you said?
I'll be there in the
remember
morning.
that
I ain't-
Remember
I ain't-
yesterday? Remember yesterday we was drinking.
I mean, the meek shall not inherit this motherfucker earth. I am not, bruh.
He's like, yeah, I'm free later. So about that thing you said yesterday, that's still good.
Oh man, we appreciate you guys coming out and just this has
This
been
didn't
a,
feel like a podcast at all.
No.
I
Yeah, it was
forgot we
fun.
were
I didn't-
recording.
yeah, like-
have
I
we
didn't
been
know what to
live this whole
expect.
time?
I don't even know.
Wow, I look bad.
Never
I
been on a
look terrible as
podcast,
a
but it was
human
definitely
being.
fun.
Oh yeah, it's been an awesome time.
My apologies, live audience. I thought you weren't there. I didn't know what was happening. This is what happens when people bring you.
this is what happens when people do what they love and they talk about doing
You
what
rubbing
they
them
love.
chairs
Yeah,
you
it's
wanna
like
practice.
time just flies by.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you guys coming through. This has been a hell of a podcast.
Oh, thanks for having us, man.
Tell them where they can find you guys.
We're in Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, and it's out in the
I
Greensburg
hope
area.
so. Shit, I don't think I transported.
Or you can find us
yeah.
on like Instagram at Helltown Brewing or Helltown Brewing, and then
Facebook.
Facebook.
Helltown Brewing. Yeah.
Everyone's got the phone. Then you just Google us. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Googleable.
yes.
Yeah, we Google.
Man.
Google
You know what's
Helltown
fucked
Brewing.
up is I get most of my phone calls that I get, they're like, "What time you guys open till?" Check the fucking website. All right.
First of all, if you're calling a brewery and asking what
Get
time
social
y'all
media
open,
so you know. Like,
you really want to drink. Huh? What time y'all open?
We get some
I don't
early
know.
customers sometimes.
I don't know. On a Saturday, 11 o'clock, I might be coming through. I need a growler. Like if I'm on vacation,
What
I
time
through.
y'all
Hell
open?
yeah. No, I
I don't know. I don't need to know what time you close.
No, yeah.
I'll have beer by then. Time y'all open. What's the earliest I can start drinking? That's what that question is.
Yeah.
The other
What is
day
the
we had a guy
earliest?
at 8:30 in the morning,
God
and
damn.
I'm like, it was Friday.
Okay.
Like,
So
That's
it
a
was
good start to
Was he
Friday.
retired?
you know what, man?
All right, he's
there's
retired.
Yeah, so I was like,
If I'm retired with a good retirement, yeah, I'm probably
yeah,
drinking.
yeah.
I'm definitely drinking with every meal.
Yeah.
And
Once I get to that age, I've earned.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I've
If
earned
I'm
it all.
living well off my retirement, I'm gonna be little. I'm just
Can't tell me shit.
At worst case scenario, I'm a great grandfather. Like I'm a grandfather. Like I'm not your parent. I'm not here to take care of you. They dropped you off at my crib because they want to go out.
Yeah.
So they said fuck you. I'm gonna say fuck you. Like I'm gonna start drinking. I'm gonna make sure you got breakfast, and then from breakfast on, you gotta figure that shit out.
Get the
Your
bass
parents will come
down.
home tonight. You'll be okay.
Truth. You're alive. Here you go. Oh man. So you know, you got a Helltown or whatever. We were talking about old granddads and shit. I don't know where we're at this point because
Well, you ask them
where to
where they can
find
find
us.
them.
Gave
They
some
said
info.
that, then I'm gonna say, yo, Day, tell the people where they can find us. So, and then you go do your rundown. So,
if you're looking for us, you can find us on
you gotta wait till I
epicastnetwork.com.
say this shit. They tell them where we can find us. Tell them where they can find us.
where we could find us. That's great.
I should have just let it go because nobody would
Yeah,
have.
No.
And like, yeah. You can find us on epicastnetwork.com.
It's hoppy in here.
Yeah.
Epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play
just
under
scratched.
Drinking Partners. And you can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod.
Shout out to Dave Bracy for scratching his own salutation. It's Shout out to Brandon and Pat from Helltown. Make sure if you're in the Mount Pleasant area, stop in there.
Yeah.
Ask them for the shit we just drank.
Like Route 30?
Route 31.
Route 31.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little right off, a little off. Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
like
like
35, 40 minutes from Pittsburgh or like
Yeah.
the Monroeville exit. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, good shit.
Quality beer, quality
We do.
people. As
All
always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family. And we out of here. I got so nervous.
Epicast.